Hello everyone, this is Collar. In today's video, I'm going to share with you an analysis of Apple. The reason why I'm looking at Apple today is because we're at a very important point in this stock's journey. We may be on the verge of a long-term bull trend, which could be very profitable if you time your entries correctly. So let's dive straight into Apple. So looking at my screen, you can see I have a 3-screen setup. The top left-hand chart is the monthly time frame to give us a bigger picture of what price is doing over the long term, over the previous number of years. On the top right hand side we have the weekly time frame for a closer look at price action, and the bottom is the daily time frame where we actually enter our positions. So we are actually long in Apple already, and we will be adding more positions along the way, but let's have a look at all three time frames to explain exactly why we are in Apple and why we have gone long. So if you look at the monthly time frame, what we can clearly see, if you look at price action from around this point back in 2009 to where price currently is, we can clearly see that price has been in a long-term bull trend. We can't say it's been moving sideways or down. It's clearly in a long-term bull trend, and along the way there have been some trends followed by areas of consolidation, and then we usually see another trend unfold: consolidation, trend, consolidation, or also deep correction. And then we can see again trend, correction, trend, consolidation, trend. And this was the deepest correction we've seen in its past so far. And following this breakout, we are potentially seeing the start of another trend. So we can clearly identify there's a pattern here in Apple. It usually trends for long periods of time and then consolidates. But when it usually trends, the trends last several months and potentially over a year. So by going long in Apple at the start of the trend, you could potentially profit from the rise in the stock price over the coming months and potentially, like I said, over a year as well. So if you look at the current price action, we had this area of consolidation. This consolidation began in January 2022. So this was over a year of consolidation. Price declined from this point. If I measure this decline, it was a decline of 32%. So a very deep correction. Finally found support around $123. And since this support level, so this support was found at the start of this year, so the whole of 2022 was a decline, and at the start of this year, price has consistently been moving to the upside. We can see consistent green candles. Also, February was a bullish month, but this was a reversal candle. The majority of the candle for February is actually formed by the wick. The body only makes up a small percentage of this move, but going into March, we had a really big candle in March, a fairly large size candle in April, May as well, and June. So far as we near the end of June, price is likely to close above this previous all-time high, which is also last year's high at $182. Also wanted to mention that this green line is a line that represents last year's high, so the highest point price reached in 2022, and the red line is last year's low, the lowest point price reached in 2022. So as I mentioned, price is now outside of this area of consolidation. Very interesting point, because Apple is on the verge of continuing a long-term bullish trend. Now let's have a look at the lower time frame here, so the weekly time frame. The green candles indicate bullish moves, and the red candles indicate bearish moves, and the grey candle indicates areas of consolidation. When we see a mixture of trend filter colors, so these are trend filter colors, when we see a mixture of them, it usually indicates price is in consolidation. And note, this is the area I mentioned on the monthly time frame, and price has a mixture of trend filter colors, which also confirms that there was an area of consolidation here. But since breaking out, the bars have remained green, which is what we definitely want to see. So a nice bullish move so far. And look how clean this move is. A nice, neat, linear move is in play. We can't see any deep corrections along the way, but we may be due one. But right now, price is moving smoothly along to the upside. So there's a lot of buying happening in Apple right now. And I'm now going to look at the daily time frame. The daily time frame indicates a bullish move in play. we can clearly see how linear this move actually is. I'm going to also add the 20 simple moving average. So here we can see the 20 simple moving average. In an uptrend, when the 20 simple moving average is used as support, it usually indicates a linear trend is in play, which is what we want to see. So it means that the trend is strong and there's only small pullbacks along the way. So small selling before we usually see a continuation to the upside. The last contact price made with the 20 simple moving average was here on the 24th and 25th of May. So since then, price has moved away. So we may be due another pullback sooner or later to the 20 simple moving average. And if price does follow this behavior, then we should see another bounce of the 20, which also offers us pullback opportunities. Then we should see a continuation to the upside. I'm also going to add in the 50 simple moving average. So along the way, the 50 is also used as support, so we may see a deeper decline down. If price passes through the 20, it's likely to come down to the 50, and again, this offers us a nice clean pullback opportunity. So do not fear when price pulls back. It just means that we can potentially open up another position and continue to compound along the way, because you don't want to just enter one position when the stock is moving up. You want to continuously compound. That's how you maximize your profit for the duration of the trend. So I'm going to just zoom out a little. I just want to put in a horizontal line from the previous all-time high. So the previous all-time high from January 2022, just going to mark that in here so we can see that clearly as we zoom in. So this was the previous all-time high. If we look at the journey for Apple over the last few weeks and months, so on the 5th of June, so June the 5th, price actually broke out above the previous all-time high, but we don't want to enter based on the first initial breakout, because as you can see here, this was a fake breakout. We could have easily entered a position here and price could have started to decline or just continue to consolidate for a lengthy period of time. We want to wait for confirmation, and we had that when price broke out the second time on June the 12th. So we had a breakout, close above the high. Notice that this bar did not close. The close is just below. We didn't have a close above, so also indicating that this is a fake breakout. And this is also why we don't want to enter during the trading day. We want to wait for the price to actually close for the day and then make our decisions based on the closing price. So price on June the 12th closed above the previous all-time high. And then we had a continuation to the upside. Price started to pull back again. This could have still been a fake breakout. Price could have pulled back into this consolidation area, but instead we had a tag of this consolidation, which is normal. When price breaks out of long-term consolidation, we usually see a move up, a pullback, a retest of this resistance, which is now support, and a bounce from this zone back to the upside, which is what we've seen. Now that we've had that confirmation that price is likely to head further to the upside, we now have confidence that price will not re-enter this area of consolidation, and confidence that this is not a fake breakout. And what we've seen so far is prices continue to move to the upside. So this is why we have entered our first position in Apple. And as price continues to rise, we will add further positions so that we can profit well from this potentially huge move. So if you look at price, if I just zoom out, we could potentially see price move all the way up to $300, which is some distance away. We can see it's off the chart, off the screen, but price could potentially move all the way up to $300. So imagine entering here near the base of the trend and compounding along the way. What you would normally make with just one position will be multiplied as we enter further positions. But what I want to highlight is that we have this potentially major level of resistance not too far above. So we have $200 just above price, and this is a psychological level of resistance. Price could come to this point and the investors could deem this as an expensive level for price, and we could see some sharp selling. We could even see a reverse in this trend and a move back to the downside. So we want to be very careful as price approaches $200. If we see it struggle to break through this level, then we want to then manage our positions and potentially exit if we see failure from this point. But we won't do it as soon as price hits this level. We want to monitor price very closely and see how it reacts to $200. But right now, Apple is on the verge of forming a very long-term bullish trend. If I just go back to the monthly, you can clearly see how well it has performed in the past and where it's likely to head in the future. So this is why I wanted to highlight Apple today. Apple is a strong stock on the top of our watch list, as we have already entered a position, and we will likely enter more positions going forward. So do keep Apple on your watch list, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, as I will be bringing more updates to Apple and also other strong trending opportunities that we have in our watches as well. And also click on the notification bell icon so that you could be alerted as soon as we release our videos, because they are time sensitive. You want to make sure that you watch them as soon as they are released. Look forward to seeing you all on the next analysis video.